well as the educators. So each and every team will have to come up here when I'm on the board. Do you
I
want
wanted
to
to just add something. Can you use these stairs? The chairs are quite loud, so when you get up, please just gently get up, and then we use those steps, and then in the middle here, where the photographer will come in. Okay, and then we can have the governor closest to the governor. Okay, makes sense, right? Because I'm talking to governors, yeah. All right, thank you.
all the best?
Good afternoon and welcome to the 14th Monetary Policy Committee Schools Challenge Winners Announcement. Can I get some energy for that? Woo! I'm so excited to be here and to see all of you once again. I've met some of you on the workshops. So as I've introduced myself, my name is Dironyati. I am an economist here at the SARB. And then today, I've taken off my economist hat, and have the pleasure to serve you as the program director. Joining us today here in front, we have our South African Reserve Bank MPC members. We have our governor, Lesetja Kganyago, our deputy governors, Fundi Chazibana, we have Mampo Mudise, and then also our chief economist, Konstantin Makrilov, and David Fox, who is our advisor to the governors. Can we also get a round of applause for the, thank you. And yes, we have our guest of honors. We've made it. We are here. We have landed. And how do you say it? We have clocked it because we've made it to the finals. So I would like to express and send a special warm welcome in alphabetical orders. And I want to see some energy from you guys because you have worked so hard as I've introduced these schools, because these are not just a list of schools. These are our top 10 finalists in the 2026 competition. So let's give it up for Bridge House College. Desmond Mpilo Tutu Secondary. Hoër School Grasfontein. Michael House. Murray High School. Pau Boys High School. Protea Heights Academy. Yes. Soshanguve South Secondary. South African College High School. And the King's College, White River. Congratulations on reaching this stage of the competition. You are all winners. And as we youngsters say it, not excluding myself, I'm still young, we say what? Clock it. Unfortunately, the Minister of Education could not be with us today, but we do welcome Dr. Banim Tentu, Dr. Banim Tembu, the Deputy Director General, who managed to join us today. And also a warm welcome to all the officials from the Department of Basic Education and the Independent Education Board. I really thank you for being with us and being part of the journey from the beginning. Thank you for assistance for this competition. We would not have done that. We would not have done this without you. A special round of applause for them. We now call upon the Deputy Director General responsible for the curriculum, development, monitoring, and support, Dr. Bani Mtembu, to the podium just to represent the Minister. Thank you very much, Dr. Mtembu. A round of applause, please.
Thank you, Program Director. Let me open this short address so that we move forward. Let me then greet the Governor of the South African Reserve Bank, the distinguished officials from the South African Reserve Bank, Department of Basic Education, and other education bodies and independent bodies in our country, the parents and most importantly, our wonderful, brilliant grade 12 learners from schools across our beautiful country. Good evening or good afternoon to all of you. It's a great privilege for me to stand here on behalf of the Minister of Basic Education, Ms. Siviwe Khwarube, and to celebrate with you this significant achievement of our schools. Let me hasten to extend the apologies of our minister, who is attending a cabinet meeting and hence could not attend this special prize giving function. This initiative, which is in its 14th year, was started by South African Reserve Bank and has been sustained by commitment of both Department of Basic Education and the South African Reserve Bank itself. The Monetary Policy Committee is designed to inspire interest in economics, monetary policy, and central banking amongst the grade 12 learners. The Monetary Policy Committee School Challenge is more than a competition for us in our country, looking at where we come from. It's a joint investment by the South African Reserve Bank and Departments of Education in the minds of our young people in this beautiful country. This program matters because economics is not just about numbers in textbooks. It is about the price of bread, it's about the jobs, it's about the interest rates that affect your parents, and the bonds that affects the breadwinners, and the inflation that affects what we may pay at the shop. When our learners understand monetary policy, they understand the forces which shape our country's future. And when young South Africans understand those forces, they are empowered to shape them for the betterment of our country. As a Department of Basic Education, we are committed to ensuring that knowledge equipped by these learners in each subject is applied in a practical sense, in everyday context, and the MPC Schools Challenge achieved that objective. It is so encouraging, ladies and gentlemen, to note that the expert support which has been provided by this competition is shaping the country in different ways. To every learner who took part this year, I want to say we have already won. You chose to spend your time wrestling with the repo rates, inflation targets, GDP growth, and through the decisions of the MPC, faces too much of development challenges of our country. You learned to think critically, to argue with evidence, and to work as a team. Those are the exact skills our country needs. To the educators and coaches, thank you very much. You went beyond the curriculum. You stayed late. You debated. You mentored our children. You are building the economics. You are building entrepreneurs, policymakers, and informed citizens of the future. To the South African Reserve Bank, thank you very much for this partnership. The opening of the doors of the central bank to our schools is very much appreciated. You are demystifying central banking and showing learners that this institution belong to all of us as South Africans. Today, we will announce the winning schools, but let me say that every school that participated has helped to strengthen economic literacy in South Africa. We have proven that grade 12 learners are ready to engage with the complex, real issues of the world. As the Department of Basic Education, we remain committed to ensuring that subjects like economics, mathematics, mathematical literacy, and business studies prepare our learners adequately, not just for exams, but for the initiatives like the challenge. It shows us what is possible when government, academia, and the private sector work together. To our finalists, regardless of the outcome of today, we want to say, carry this confidence with you. South Africa needs you. It needs young people who are curious about how the economy works and brave enough to ask the questions of what it means, why is it there, and what is it going to do for our country. In closing, congratulations to all the participants. The future of our economy is in the capable hands in yourselves. Thank you, and may the best school be announced today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mthembu. The MPC Schools Challenge is a flagship program for the SARB and a highlight on the bank's annual calendar. So I would now like to call on Governor Kganyago to address you.
Thank you very much, Program Director. There are things that don't work the way I want in this place, and I keep on having to correct them all the time. Good afternoon, esteemed guests, finalists, educators, colleagues, and those joining us online. Let me start by thanking the officials from the Department of Basic Education for the ongoing collaboration on the Monetary Policy Committee School Challenge, including the Deputy Director General, Dr. Bani Mthembu, who is representing the department here this afternoon. As the South African Reserve Bank, we greatly value the contribution your team makes at a national level and across the provinces. We would also like to thank members of the Independent Examinations Board for the role you continue to play in the success of this competition. Equipping that he is occasionally asked for investment advice. I also do get people asking me for investment advice. Former United States Federal Reserve Bank Chair Ben Bernanke once gave a very simple answer. Education is the best investment. That observation feels particularly relevant today. With fewer learners choosing pure mathematics as a subject and pass rates remaining a national concern, we risk having to navigate a future without the skills needed to confront the complex economic challenges before us. The MPC Schools Challenge celebrates those who are brave enough to push against this trend and to distinguish themselves as the leaders South Africa will need in the years ahead. Through the competition, these learners get a front row seat of how the MPC works, how policy decisions are made, and what happens behind the scenes in the run-up to the live press conference every 2 months. Our hope is that these skills and experience will serve them in their future careers, whether it be as decision makers in the boardrooms or at this very institution. This is an investment that will pay dividends for many years to come. This year, over 1,800 learners representing 366 schools attended the pre-competition briefing sessions held across the country in February and March. More than 180 schools officially entered the competition by submitting essays written in the style of the MPC statement. Of these schools, 10 teams were selected to face the panel of judges, presenting their essays just as the MPC does every 2 months. These finalists are all here today to find out how they have performed and, importantly, the prizes that they will be walking away with. Put simply, this is Judgment Day. Before we announce our winners, allow me to remind you of how the competition works. Matriculants from across the country who study both economics and pure mathematics are eligible to participate in the challenge. They are given the opportunity to put classroom theory into practice by setting up their very own 4-person MPC modeled on the SARB's monetary policy decision-making body. Learners attend a series of lectures and are provided the necessary information to craft their statements, including economic data, news articles, and papers. They are also taught basic writing and presentation skills. The learners are expected to produce an MPC statement in which they have to explain the policy rate decision they have taken. These essays are marked by senior sub-economists and are later moderated by a different group of economists. Let me assure you, the marking process is rigorous and something we take very seriously at the SARB. Exactly 2 weeks ago on this day, we hosted the 10 finalist teams in this very building, where they presented their statements and defended their policy rate decisions. And much like when we announced the MPC decision, learners had to field questions from a panel of judges in front of TV cameras. If you never thought you would appear on TV, that was the opportunity. Provincial officials from the Department of Basic Education and representatives from the EIB are part of the moderation process to ensure fairness and transparency. Once again, a big thank you to all of them. Of course, the moderators from the department and from IEB are educators, and so they have to moderate the harshness of the judges that you find in a central bank. They are very harsh masters. Before we get to the reason for our being here, the announcement of the winners, let us once again recognize the 10 schools that made it to the finals in alphabetical order. That does not mean this is number one, it's alphabetical order. Bridge House College, Desmond Mpilo Tutu Secondary School, Hoër School Garsfontein, Michael House, Mari High School, Paul Boys High School, Protea Heights Academy, Soshanguve South Secondary School, South African College High School, and the King's School from White River. The learners here have invested an incredible amount of time and effort to get here. First submitting essays good enough to pass the master of our very discerning economists, and then facing the tough questioning of our judges. I have it on good authority that they were well armed with the responses they gave in the question and answer sessions. It is important to highlight that the judges have noted a consistent improvement in the quality of statements and presentations by the learners in recent years, a testament to the work that goes into this competition. To our finalists, reaching this stage is no small feat. You have distinguished yourself amongst many talented learners across the country. A few weeks ago, before I left for an international trip, I got a message that there was a staff member who wanted to see me. Turns out this staff member was a finalist in the MPC Schools Challenge a number of years ago. Their school didn't win, but they were in the finals. And she had come to say to me goodbye because she had been admitted to an elite economics school in Spain to pursue a master's degree in economics. If you make the cut, we hope to see you in the SARB, and hopefully you will find yourself in some Ivy League school studying economics. To the educators who walked this road with you learners, we say thank you for the guidance, patience, and encouragements you continue to provide. Your work extends far beyond the classroom. You are helping shape young people who are curious, capable, and ready to contribute meaningfully to society. To the Department of Basic Education, we appreciate your continued support and the partnership that has endured many years. Your efforts across all the 9 provinces have made this year's challenge a success. To the Independent Schools Association of Southern Africa and IEB, thank you for your contribution, support, and responsiveness. And to our SARB colleagues, economists, and judges, thank you for lending your expertise, your time, and your considered perspectives. I am sure the learners will remember the questions, perhaps especially the difficult ones, for many years to come. Unfortunately, unlike in your exams, we do not offer supplementary exams here. All that is left for me is to say congratulations once again to everyone who has been part of this year's MPC's School Challenge. Program Director, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor, for your insightful remarks and making sure that this challenge remains a priority for the SARB. Please do trust me, I still remember those difficult questions they asked me when I interviewed for the SARB, so I'm pretty sure they will remember. So before we announce this year's winners, which I'm sure you cannot wait, please trust me, it is part of the program. But first, I would like us to take a look at the journey of our 10 finalists. Thank you.
The MPC has unanimously decided to keep the repo rate unchanged at 6.75%.
To raise the policy rate by 25 basis points.
To keep the policy rate unchanged at 6.75%.
Using real-world economic data, matric learners had to make a decision that affects everyday life, whether to raise, lower, or hold the policy rate. The Monetary Policy Schools Challenge gives grade 12 pure mathematics and economics learners the opportunity to step into the roles of MPC members, working in teams of 4 that include a governor and deputy governors.
Strong institutions are built by people who can think rigorously, work with each other, and act with integrity, even when the path is difficult.
Their journey begins in February with day-long workshops on the indicators that shape monetary policy decisions. Learners are also coached on writing with clarity, public speaking, teamwork, and leadership. Their teachers also attend separate workshops on monetary policy transition mechanisms, helping them guide learners through the challenge and take the lessons back to the classroom. This year, the challenge came with a new policy context. For the first time, grade 12 learners had to work with a 3% inflation target after the previous 3 to 6% target range was revised last year.
It was amazing to see that, one, the students knew about the 3% inflation target, but they understood the economics of having a low inflation rate and the implications for households and firms.
Keeping inflation anchored around 3% strengthens the confidence in monetary policy and anchors inflation expectations.
The 2% inflation target reduces the rate at which the prices of goods and services increase.
Besides the 3% target, they also had to navigate an uncertain global economic climate, including
geopolitical events in the world right now, foot and mouth disease, disrupting supply.
The key concern here is disruption of trade activity through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most vital arteries in the global energy trade.
Global growth does affect domestic growth.
Each and every year it becomes even more tougher for us as judges because the standard has been lifted every year. You see how much learners are really digging deeper into the issues. So for me, what stands out was the analytical work that they put in. The presentations are of high standard.
More than 1,400 learners from across the country participated in this year's competition. Of the 366 schools that took part, 184 submitted essays in the hope of being selected as finalists. Only 10 made it to Pretoria to defend their decisions before the judges. This year's top 10 teams in alphabetical order are
French House School, Desmond Tutu Secondary School, School Garsfontein, Michael House,
Murray High School,
Paul Boys High,
Protea Heights Academy,
Soshanguve South Secondary School,
SA College High,
The King School, White River.
What was interesting to see this year that the students were able to identify these kind of nuances about the global economy and the uncertainty that we face as an MPC committee.
To choose carefully which indicators we have to use.
The level of preparation necessary to get to the point of making an MPC statement and being able to present to press and various other economists and giving valid reasons as to how you got to this decision takes a lot of preparation.
They worked really well together and reasoned the hearing each other and not one wanting to speak over the other.
The amount of effort behind the scenes they put in to get themselves to this position has been unreal to witness.
I actually mostly left it to them, and then they just need to check in with me often enough. So I made sure that they were taking lead and they knew what they had to do.
Through bursaries, internships, and careers at the bank, the MPC Schools Challenge has become more than a competition. It's helping build the next generation of economists.
Myself and our team, we're all very interested in economic habits and how we kind of project our learnings beyond just the classroom.
The MPC School Challenge has inspired me to become an economist because I have seen what they do here, and it plays a very vital role in our economy and our country, so I want to be part of that.
What a wonderful experience for all the learners. I certainly enjoyed being part of this journey. I witnessed the dedication, the enthusiasm, also the talent that they've put into this competition. And now, we have landed. The time to announce the winner, the one time we've all been waiting for, has arrived. The judgment day, like the governor has mentioned. But before I do that, can I just get some energy without the nerves before they kick in? So I would like to now call on David Fox, who is the advisor to the governors, to begin the announcements. I will not stand again after David. DG Fundi, you will come up next. DG Mampo, you follow. And then DG Rashad, you also come, and then the governor. Thank you.
Thanks, Tarun. Good afternoon, everyone. You know, this is a bit like Formula One. If you finish in the points, it's worth a lot of money. So, in 10th place, which is 5,300 Rand per learner, plus 8,400 for the school and a laptop for the educator, I'm happy to say it's Murray High. We've got a Bonakele Mtembu, Amakle Ndanene, Amyole Nashwa, Aneli Neba, and Nosipo Mwesa, who's the educator. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Then I'll also be announcing the 9th place team. That is 6,300 Rand per learner, 10,500 for the school, and the laptop for the teacher. It's Desmond Mpilo Tutu School. Enganeti Zazini, Mbalente Peter, Sadisa Magashula, Zuki Ling Boto, and Nomatam Sankron Clark, who is the educator. And I have DG Fundi come up to join us for the 8th place names.
Thank you. I'm here to announce the 8th place winner, and I'll call them by their names. First, Malan Enslin, John Heinrich, Jonathan Nicholas Young, Nicholas Brouwer, and their educator, Ron Janssen van Rensburg. They are from Paarl Boys High School. And they take away a price of 7,400 per learner, 12,600 for the school, and a laptop for the educator. And in the 7th place, taking away 8,400 per learner, 14,700 for the school, and a laptop for the educator. The price goes to Zeke Enston, Jordan Jade Lafleur, Shaki September, Abigail Ismail Munich, and the educator Anthea Celeste Stefanis. They are from Protea Heights Academy. And DJ Modisa, over to you.
Thank you, DG Fundi. Drums rolling. Sixth place, we have learners getting 9,500. The school 16,800. Governor, why are we not rounding off the numbers? Anyways, a laptop for the educator. King School from White River. That is Ulonene Ntlobo, Sinetemba Ayanda, and the educator Witness Mufuza.
Well, there's one person missing.
Oh! Sorry, I was still trying to deal with the numbers and the rounding off. Fifth place, learners get 10,500. The school gets 18,900. And a laptop for the teacher, South African College High. Educators. That is Daniel, Ibrahim, James, and Noah, with the educator, Iten Mukhorosi.
Thank you very much. This is one of these funny competitions. When you don't hear your name, you're happy. So in the fourth place, a learner gets 12,600 per learner, 21,000 per school, and a laptop for the educator. And the school is Shoshanguve South Secondary School. The names are Jackson Mbata, Njabulo Nkosi, Tokolo Masina, and Lesetja Pela, and the learner is Wale Bunzongo. Okay, once we get to the third place, we give out the other two, unfortunately. But so the third place is 14,700 per learner, 23,100 for the school, and laptop for the educator. And the school is Bridge House College. And the students are Tom Pepesh, Marcel Zer, Tyler Colombo, and Kaitochi Oda, and the educator is Regina Lobsher.
Tensions. The second place, it's 16,800 per learner, 31,500 for the school, laptop for the educator. And in second place is Zani Mare, Kian O'Neill, Danielle Jansa van Rensbeck, Danielle Stefan. The judges decided that this year, given that the inflation is away from target, there will be no number one. The first place, the learner gets 21,000 rands each. It's too much pocket money, huh? 42,000 rands for the school. And each learner will receive an iPad and a full South African Reserve Bank bursary to study at a South African tertiary institution, a laptop for the educator. They did ask me to come and speak at their school, but I realized that that would have given them an advantage if I came to speak at their school, so I declined speaking at their school. Brand Tayengwa, Rendani Nonge, Thomas Wayne, Kashani Maineche. They are from Michael House.
There's not many people, not many tall people.
Can you see everybody?
That was fun, right? Yeah. So congratulations to the winning school, Michael House. Let's give them the final round of applause. So as the governor has mentioned, the team is made of Brent Tayengwa, Rendani Nonge, Thomas Wayne, Kashani Maineche, and their educator also get a shout out to Miss Riet White. I now call upon the governor of Michael House, Brent Tayengwa, to the podium just to give us something. Let's give him a round of applause.
One of the many buzzwords I learned during this challenge was preemptive. So I wrote this speech preemptively. Good afternoon, Governor, Deputy Governors, Ministers, esteemed guests, parents and students. My name is Brent Tayengwa. Yes, Brent as in Brent crude oil. And I'm the Governor of the My Class team. And we are incredibly honored to receive this award. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to the South African Reserve Bank for their warm and gracious hospitality. Thank you to all the drivers, all the caterers, security personnel, event organizers working behind the scenes. Your work does not go unnoticed. You will very rarely meet someone who makes you feel as seen, as heard, and as loved as Mr. Nimrod. In the short time we worked with him, you couldn't help but recognize his immense passion for what he does. Sir, thank you for taking time out of your incredibly busy schedule to fly down to the cold Midlands and mentor and prep us for this challenge. To Ms. Mpo, wherever you are. Thank you for making the whole process as seamless as possible. Your constant support and clear communication kept us grounded every step of the way. To Mr. Ayrton, thank you. Thank you for helping us in the heat of battle. Your insight and expertise during a moment of intense pressure was invaluable. A key insight I gained as I embarked on this journey was the power of expectation. As my team and I researched and prepared for this challenge, one of the critical economic concepts we learned about was the transmission mechanism and its various channels. Now I know, for most of you, I'm preaching to the repentant, but please bear with me. We quickly learned that the expectations channel moves with the greatest velocity, materializing the quickest relative to the other channels. And this is quite intuitive, and it does make complete sense, because if I, as a business owner, expect inflation to increase, I will naturally raise my prices to combat and cushion against the expected inflation, which itself subsequently results in the elevation of price levels. So people's expectations have the most immediate effect on any given economy. So we therefore see an economic reality in which that which people expect to occur, occurs. What you expect to happen tends to happen. So expect good things. Expect good things because what you expect to happen shapes what actually happens. Your expectations dictate your positioning, and a person who is positioned for greatness is ready to receive it when it arrives. Live with active expectancy, align your mind for success, and expect good things. Finally, I want to honor my phenomenal brothers who embarked on this journey with me. And I've used the word brothers intentionally because they are to me just that, my brothers. Firstly, Deputy Governor Rendani Nonge. Rendani is an exceptional leader, strong academic, elite sportsman, and amidst all of that, an aspiring doctor. One may find it quite surprising how someone stepping into the medical field also possesses such a natural flair for economics. I'm just glad that we will have a doctor in the future who will understand the economic implications of charging a literal arm and a leg for a basic consultation. I was also pleased to work with Deputy Governor Kashane Maeneche. Kashane has a rare gift for taking the most intimidating, complex concepts and distilling them into something so simple and clear that anyone can understand. That ability to cut through the noise and find immediate clarity is why he's one of the sharpest minds I've ever encountered. It's for that very reason why having Kashane on our team throughout this greatly nuanced and complex challenge was an absolute blessing. And lastly, Deputy Governor Thomas Wayne. Having only arrived at my class in grade 10, Thomas has placed first academically every single term since his arrival without fail. Most people have to attend a conference or watch a motivational video or listen to a podcast for a spark of inspiration. I shared a dorm with Thomas and I was met with inspiration every day. Okay, although I would say it was more so intimidation, as his work ethic quite literally was intimidating, and it put me to shame. You really find people as hardworking as Thomas, and being around him naturally pushes you to raise your own standard, and it's been an absolute privilege working alongside him. To Ms. White, our lovely economics teacher, thank you for your unwavering support, guidance, and patience throughout this entire journey. Thank you for sacrificing your evenings away from your own family just to quiz us just one bit more and make sure we are ready. You're an exceptional economics teacher, and we owe you so much. Thank you, ma'am. We accept this award with profound gratitude. I'm eternally grateful to the Lord for this opportunity. Go out into the world and expect good things, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much for such inspiring words. I can see we managed to keep up with the energy, and thank you for that. Now, I would now like to call all up the Department of Basic Education and the IEB to join the MPC for a photograph. But before we do that, I would just like to thank you, because the success of the MPC Schools Challenge will not be possible without you. We thank you for your partnership and support. We are especially grateful to the DBE officials for helping us reach schools across the country and championing this competition over the years. We also extend our sincere appreciation to the IEB for its valued contribution and support throughout the competition. Let me just say thank you to Ms. Moleboheng Rambadu from the Gauteng Department of Education, Mr. Lamsil Maloba, Limpopo Department of Basic Education, Ms. Ntabiseng Pascaline Mufokeng from Free State Department of Basic Education, Ms. Zodwa Mkonto, Mpumalanga Department of Basic Education, Ms. Ntombekaya Molapene, Northwest Department of Education, Ms. Baitiseng Vivian Kuti, Northern Cape Department of Education, Ms. Tabile Nobala, Eastern Cape Department of Basic Education, Ms. Tembiso Chabalala, KwaZulu-Natal Department of Basic Education, Ms. Lucinda Helena Erasmus from the Western Cape Department of Education, and Mr. Charles Nkosokolo Mzimani from Independent Examination Board. If I do not thank the following, which are mostly my bosses, I'm gonna get fired. So I would also like to thank the judges from our Economic Research Department, Dr. Konstantin Makrelov, Dr. Witness Simbane Gavi, Ms. Pamela Mjandana, Mr. Jeff Rachalani, and Ms. Josina Solomon. Thank you also to the SARB colleagues who contributed to the success of this year's MPC Schools Challenge. I would also like to acknowledge the core project team from the Economic Research, Economic Statistics, International Relations, Financial Markets, and the Communications Department. Before we adjourn, I would just like to thank everyone for making it through today and giving me the energy. And the young ones, how do we close this one? Clock it. Please join us for refreshments, and I hope the learners can continue to network. But before we close, please, the officials that I've called, can you please come to the front for the photograph with our MPC members? Thank you.